Did you ever think that you'd be back working in some regard in the equestrian space, either like in a management role, or was this idea of working closely with animals and the idea of second chance, was that something which came to you immediately, or did you just sort of spend time and see, okay, this is what there is, and was it kind of a realization for you?
No, actually, I hadn't even thought about it at that point. So after about a month after I had my accident, I reacted to a medication I'd been put on, which was called Dilantin. It's an anti. It's supposed to prevent clots, I think. And I ended up having a reaction called Stevens-Johnson syndrome. Um, so it's called SGS-TENS, where basically it
Okay.
mimics third degree burns. So 80% of my body basically was covered in third degree burns, to the point where I didn't even have a face. I didn't have eyebrows, I didn't have lips, I didn't have eyelashes, I didn't have, like, my entire body kind of just burnt. And
Oh my God.
yeah, so the recovery from that was actually worse than the accident. So that
And this was just 3 months after
this
the
was just a
accident.
month after the accident. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
So I ended up. So this was actually worse because not only now it was at the neck, but then the doctors basically said I couldn't expose. So you with SGS, what happens is, since your skin kind of burns off, it's new skin that's regrowing,
Right.
and it's skin that has absolutely no pigmentation to it, nothing. So you need to
It's extremely
it's very
sensitive.
sensitive.
Yeah.
So if even if I had gone out into the sun for say 10 minutes, I would have like burnt again. So I had to do like,
Yeah, there's absolutely no protection,
yeah.
right?
So I had to do gradual exposure to the sun. So I had to be completely indoors in kind of like a black room for the first month and a half till my skin regrew. Then I had to slowly start exposing myself to like early morning, late evening sun where it wasn't too harsh. And so the recovery from
Right.
that was a lot more. And so that effectively, I mean, if there was any chance of me getting back to equestrian sports, it ended with that. And
Yeah. Yeah.
it it never it was too painful at that point of time for me to even consider going into management, because uh, for me I wanted to ride, so it was too
Yeah.
painful to kind
Yeah.
of think of just going there and being some managing a place, or being an
Being around
administrator.
these people who are
Yeah,
doing what you want to do.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was too painful. So it never that thought never occurred to me. But then I didn't really think about getting into the animal welfare space. I think it took me almost a year to sort my head out, um,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
go through whatever it is that I had to go through at that point. And second chance came about actually because of a dog I rescued. So that was when the idea kind of started forming in my mind.
Okay. That's been now, you said 2013, so 7 years.
7 years, yes.
Wow. It's, I mean, you spend a lot of time with animals, with pets that have been abandoned, and you're outdoors, and from going to a sport, a so-called internationally recognized event, where it's pretty glamorous, the lifestyle of an equestrian participant, right? I mean, at least it's portrayed like that in the media.
Yeah.
To work with animals that really needed you, I think it's a great. I mean, did you ever think that it would happen, or you said you were involved in with Cupa from a young age, but did you ever see this as taking over quite a lot of your life?
No, I didn't. But to be honest, everyone says this, that, yeah, you're spending your life working with dogs, etc. To be very honest, the dog I rescued saved me. So this is just my way of paying it forward. So if I
Oh, that's
hadn't
beautiful.
rescued Diego, I mean, if Diego hadn't come into my life, Diego is my Rottweiler.
Right.
If he hadn't come
Right.
into my life, I think I would have been on a very, very different path right now. I'm probably a very self-destructive one. And so I don't look at it as me rescuing these dogs or me doing all of this work. For me, it's just this dog pretty much gave me back my life. So it's my way of paying it forward to the others.